Yes, hello?
Hello, Dr. Film. I was wondering if you'd like to play a game. A game where I ask you a series of questions, and you must answer each question carefully. Because if you don't, you will die. My voice will be the last thing you hear. So, question 1. What?
Get a job! What a weirdo.
Come on, mother!
Hey guys, my name is Dr. Film, and no, I'm not qualified to be a doctor. Before we get started, you should know that this review will contain no spoilers. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe for reviews and more. And so, without further ado, let us begin the review.
The characters.
In this movie, we continue to follow our two main protagonists, Tara and Sam Carpenter, played by Jenna Ortega and Melissa Barrera. These two were the main highlights of this movie. They were captivating, they gave heart-pounding performances, and you would find yourself attached to them, for they have struggled so much since the events of Scream 5. And on top of that, you would still find yourself liking the returning legacy characters from Scream 5. And as for the OG characters returning for this movie, such as Gail, played by Courtney Cox, I don't know. As much as I like her character, I felt like she wasn't needed in this movie, especially when you look closely at the overall story, at least in my opinion. But it was great to see Kirby Reed again in this movie, and thankfully the filmmakers finally put an end to the debate on what happened to her at the end of Scream 4. And as for our killers in this movie, I don't want to spoil the movie for you, but man, the killers in this movie were fine at best. Oh. To be honest, when I compared them to the killers in Scream 5, these killers in this movie were nothing new or original. I mean, heck, after they're revealed near the end of the movie, I just felt bummed that this is what we got. Like, really? And you might be asking me, well, what was their motivation for committing all these murders? Again, I don't want to reveal too much, but all I can say is that they're doing this simply for revenge. And gee, I wonder where we have seen that before. Like, I don't know, Billy Loomis, Billy Loomis's mother, maybe Roman Bridger, I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen Scream 3. But overall, the killers in this movie were fine. But hey, it could have been worse.
Horror.
Now, the horror in this film was intense, gritty, and it keeps your eyes on the screen without even blinking. For instance, the store shootout scene. Bro, when this scene was rolling, not only were the characters trying to be quiet, but everyone in the entire theater room was quiet. Now, if a movie makes an audience quiet for a couple of minutes, it's doing something right. It's literally keeping them on the edge of their seats.
The story.
Now, as I mentioned before, the story takes place a year after the events of Scream 5, where we see Tara and Sam trying to cope with what just happened to them while also trying to live out their lives. Until one day, a killer shows up and goes on a murderous rampage. Now, what I like about the story is that it keeps you invested, it focuses more on the characters' emotional arcs, and the story takes us to a new location in New York City, where literally anybody could be the killer. And that is what makes this film so good. But, as much as I like the story, I can't help but notice a few similarities this film shares with Scream 2. I mean, think about it. You have our main protagonist in college, you have a final confrontation that takes place on stage, and you both have killers out to get them for revenge. And plus, the whole mystery on who could be the killer behind the mask wasn't really that compelling. As I said before, we focused more on the characters' emotional arcs, which isn't a bad thing. I just felt like the writers could have done better with the mystery aspect of this film. Oh, and when we get to the revelation of the killers, I wasn't really that surprised, and I had my suspicions on who the killer could be. Overall, my friends, this film was an unexpected, joyful thrill ride. Even though this film has a few problems that bugged me, I still thought it was worth the watch. And I think the good moments in this film outweighs the bad moments. All in all, I think they did a good job with this movie. I mean, hey, this film could have been a lot worse. With that said, I give Scream 6 an 8 out of 10. Well guys, that's the end of my review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, and please follow me on Instagram at Dr. Film Roncess for updates on my channel. And you can follow me on TikTok for funny videos and trailer reactions. And yes, to answer your question, this shirt was customized thanks to my sister-in-law. She was such a great help. God bless her. If you'd like to know more on how to get this shirt, please leave your comments down below.
Sweet!
And as always, I will see you guys later. Oh, hold on, gotta take this. Yes, hello?
Hello again, Dr. Film.
Oh, it's this guy again.
Before I was rudely interrupted, I was going to ask you a very important question, and I hope you're listening, because your life depends on it. Now, here's my question. What's your favorite Scream movie?
Let's see. How about Scream? Bye-bye.